Okay, this question is from the modern Matt. The way to effectively coach, right? If you're a high school coach for a large number of players and you can't decide whether to cut players or make multiple teams, I think you always got to go back to the fundamentals, right? Because if you focus on the fundamentals of growing skills development, right? Helping players grow through fun skills development games and running efficient and effective fun practices that elevate your competitive, right? You're going to encourage competition so that the players grow. If you can do those two things in a fun and effortless way, you're going to have a lot of success and you're going to have a great season regardless of the results. And ideally you have an assistant coach, but you can still do it without an assistant coach. So let's say that you have between 40 and 60 players. The most challenging thing that you're going to have to recognize is which players need to focus on the fundamentals of dribbling, juggling, and passing and shooting, and which players have already have a decent mastery of these skills. And then for those players, you want to get them going through the Doug Nevins practice routine, which is warm up, finishing on goal, crossing and finishing. Warm up, possession, finishing on goal, crossing and finishing, and then playing 3 teams rotating to big goals. So ideally, you have maybe, you have a whole pitch, and the players with maybe poor or basic, right? The novices, the players that are still developing their fundamental skills are on one side of the field, and the players who have a basic mastery of those fundamentals, and now they're going through that Doug Nevins practice routine: warm up, possession, finishing on goal, crossing and finishing, and then rotating 3 different teams. One team on the outside is bumpers with 1 touch, neutral players, and then when someone scores, that team, whoever scored stays on, the team who lost comes off, and then that's how you finish that session. If you're blessed with all your players having a basic mastery of passing, of juggling, dribbling, passing, and shooting, then you can run. Then each side is doing the same thing. Each side is doing warm up, possession, finishing on goal, crossing and finishing, and then playing to big goals. If no one has the basic fundamentals of dribbling, juggling, passing, and shooting, then both sides are doing warm up, ball skills mastery, dribbling sequences, the barrel game, which is a juggling competition where players try and juggle into a garbage can or bucket or barrel using their right foot, left foot, both feet alternating, right thigh, left thigh, both thighs alternating, and then finishing with a combination of both laces or feet and thighs, with or without a bounce. And then you finish with 1v1 to cones, right? Each player trying to knock over their opponent's ball with a cone, right? So that's the biggest challenge, because, it may seem tough that you have a surplus of players, but the only real challenge is, can you field an 11 player team? And since you've got 40 to 60 kids coming out to play